Thank you, Chairman, and welcome, Mr. Boudreau. I think I want to start by talking about 3030. And of course, I wish I had more details, but I just want to make sure that we're on the same page. Do you recognize that private property is protected by the Constitution and is really a foundation of every right we have? And as we put that into context here, I'm just very concerned about private property being seized or being taken out of production. I wish you could tell me what 3030 means and the direction that you would take the department if given the opportunity. But I think the real question that I think you could answer is the economic impact of taking productive farm or grazing land out of production. So Kansas is only about 3% of the land is in parks, so to speak. The other 97% is in private hands and production. What do you think the economic impact would be of taking 30% of the farmland out of production to rural America and to this nation?
Yeah, thank you very much. Obviously, I'm not part of the administration yet, but if confirmed, look forward to becoming involved in the 30 by 30 conservation initiative. My understanding, and I think Secretary Holland has been very clear, that 30 by 30 is meant to be an inclusive approach to comprehensive conservation, which includes where you have willing private parties, participation from private landowners in conservation. We've seen great examples of that. Earlier, speaking with Senator King about the Katahdin Woods and Waters National Monument, that was a donation by the Quimby family to the federal government to establish a national monument for the purpose of conservation. That was voluntary. That is, a private landowner thinking through what she thought was best for that land. And so, I fully respect private property and the rights of landowners over their private property, and where a landowner wants to use that land for conservation, I think there should be avenues by which to do that.
Certainly, I'm in favor of voluntary conservation too, but I just want you to hopefully acknowledge the economic impact of even what you described. I'm not sure what that land was in, but even permanent easements of land that was being used for cattle grazing or was being used for agriculture, turning it into a voluntary easement certainly hurts the local economy. And the idea of taking 30% of Kansas farmland and pasture land out of production would literally ruin the Kansas economy.